So Jenny, thank you so much for joining us today. So excited to talk about a new venture for you. You have published 2 children's books.
Yes.
This is very exciting. When did you start writing?
Actually, I started writing when I was very little. Like, as long as I can remember, I've been writing. And even when I didn't have something to write with, I was always making up stories in my head to kind of get me through the day. I was a daydreamer. But these 2 stories came about when my daughter was very young, and I was just sort of telling her stories in the evenings to help her calm down and get ready for bed. I wrote them down after I had told them to her, and they kind of sat in a drawer with a lot of other things that I've written over the years. I never really thought about publishing them or putting them out there for other people, but the opportunity arose, and so I took it. And now I've got 2 books that I need to sell.
And I'm very excited. The Wind and the Water is a love story, but it's a little bit different. It's a love story about the wind and the water.
That's right.
Tell me a little bit about the inspiration for this story.
It's like a folk tale in the way that it goes through. It starts out with the little girl named Amelia Jean, and she's out fishing with her grandfather, who she calls Pops. And they are out, and the storm starts to kick up, and as he's bringing the boat back into shore, she's scared. And he starts to tell her a story to get her mind off of what's kind of going on. And the story is about the day that the wind and the water met, and then how they fell in love, which in the end explains how thunderstorms come about. And it ends with the 2 of them sort of safe and snug inside, watching the storm outside and finding out the end of how things worked out for them.
I love folklore and fairy tales and those types of things that really allow kids to see things in a different way or can calm them and make them I love creative stories like that. Let's talk a little bit about Little Dragon Flies in the Sun. This is so interesting. I love the little dragon.
Yeah, it's cute. He's a very cute little dragon, and the story is that this little dragon, and it's quite a little dragon. It's living in a very tiny little cave, and it's sort of cut off from the other animals in the woods that are around it, because it doesn't really, they aren't the same. There's not really a connection for it. The dragon is frightened to go out during the day, and the dragon has a dream. And in the dream, he finds some courage and is able to leave and go out to explore to see if there are others like it. And in the end does meet one, and they fly in the sun.
So exciting that you were able to take these stories that have, like you said, sat in a drawer, and to bring them out and to publish them and share them with others. You're the former library director of the Cotuit Library. Are you going to be making the rounds at local libraries here on the Cape to promote the book or share your stories with Cape kids?
Yes, I'm hoping to hit the libraries on Cape and on the islands. I'm also going to be doing the rounds in Pennsylvania, where I'm originally from. And then in October, while I am overseas doing some other business work, we're actually going to be doing a tour in the southern part of England through libraries there.
Oh, so exciting.
Yeah.
So, you know, having worked with books for so many years, having written for years, are you excited about the new venture and putting your work out there, or is it nerve-wracking to see the response that you get?
It is equally both. I'm sure that there are a lot of other people in the world who have the same experience that I do, where when you're in a project that you love doing, you're so engrossed by it that you're not thinking about outside opinions. And then once it's out of your hands and it moves on, lots and lots of self-doubt creeps in, and you start to wonder, like, what was I thinking? Is this a good idea? I think part of this process has sort of reiterated for me that once you let it go, you let it be its own thing after that, and just to enjoy that process while it's happening, and let the stories be whatever it is they are supposed to be for other people.
And as part of this new venture, you're also working on a publishing company,
Yes.
Willow Moon Pub. Tell us a little bit about this.
So a high school friend and I, she is an actress, and she does audiobooks as part of her work. And then my background as a librarian and a writer, we decided to start a publishing company. I was the president at the Cape Cod Writers Center for a while, and one of the things that I saw while I was there were really talented authors that were being overlooked by the larger presses, by the big six that are not publishing and not even considering sometimes really excellent work. So we decided this would be a small press that would be looking for unique voices that are being overlooked in that kind of a way. We have published several plays, a couple of cookbooks, some children's books, and a book of poetry. We are looking for fiction. We're looking for children's books, anything that is, sort of ready to be looked at and ready prepared. And we are accepting query letters for that.
Wonderful. Good to know, because I think there are so many writers and artists here on Cape Cod that would really benefit from something like this. I'm sure a lot of them have dealt with publishers who really aren't accepting many queries, as you say. So really interesting that there's something here locally that they can turn to if they want to.
Right.
What is the website if anyone is watching and saying, you know what, I have a book that I've been working on, I want to send them a letter. How can they get more information?
So you can go to the website, which is willowmoonpub.com, or you can email us at wileystapler@gmail.com. And like I said, we're looking for query letters, and we are willing to consider all kinds of materials at this point. We will be doing some short runs of 5 and 10,000, so it would be for people who are also willing to do a lot of their own press.
Yeah, absolutely.
and marketing.
And isn't that part of being an author nowadays?
It is.
Really getting out there and trying to share your work with others.
It is.
I'm very excited about these two books. Where can individuals, if they want a copy, where can they get them?
So you can get these both on Amazon. They are also both in audiobook, which you can get on Audible. They will both be on Barnes & Noble website as well. You can get them from there. You can buy them direct from our publishing company, and we're working with some distributors to get them out into other venues as well.
Well, we're very excited for you. Congratulations. And of course, if you have any local engagements, let us know, because we'd love to share that with our audience.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks for stopping by. I can't wait to enjoy reading these books.
Oh, thank you.
Our guest today, Jennie Wiley, she is a local author here on the Cape.